myself over here. We got audio, yep. Cool. Oops. I'm gonna see if I can then also. No. Get rid of that. All right. So now let's see. We're still able to speak on here. Yeah, cool. And then if I were to unmute that, where I'm now talking on here, I'm still speaking there. Awesome. So it's been now, what, 2 days since the big finale of all of the race baiting, all of the sort of racialized language and bullshittery that we've been hearing out of like MFA. So let me see if I can. I'm just going to go to my profile and that way we can try and pull up shit. So I'm gonna have to go a bit far back. So there was a bunch of things that sort of happened in an adjacent to like, well, I mean, obviously it happened, you know, MFA happens in all different cities and a lot of different things happened involved in it. Perth, I'm going to start with Perth. There was the bomb threat. Well, not even a bomb threat. There was straight up a bomb. Like there was a bomb device thrown into the Invasion Day protest crowd, and it's been found to be potential bomb. Didn't go off. It was found in a condom apparently, or something like that, like a bunch of like accelerants and metal shit wrapped up in a condom, which very classy. That's the only thing I've been really hearing that's come out of Perth. I don't know if that's because they have still yet to actually finish their event because they're on the other side of the fucking planet. So maybe we'll eventually get some footage coming out. Obviously, the big one that everyone sort of has been talking about, the big moment was this.
We'll try and keep it just to a few minutes.
I'm just actually just gonna, I'll turn that down for a little bit. I'm just gonna quickly jump up and grab myself a drink, but I'll play this in a minute.
All right, we don't want them dragging on. Last time the crowd ended up just dispersing, so go ahead, mate.
I don't need to drag on for a few minutes. I'll say it quickly. The fact is that all these politicians that came up here, spoke about bravery, all that bullshit, because they don't know what it means. They came up here, gave you a bunch of words, but none of them called out the fact that the hate speech laws were pushed by the Australian, the Jewish lobby groups in Australia. They were behind it all. They were behind it all. The Jews are the greatest enemy to this nation. They always have been. They're an enemy to Western civilization, and for thousands of years, Christians and Anglos, the white man has known that the Jew is our greatest enemy. Free Joel Davis, hail White Australia, and hail Thomas Sowell!
So yeah, we had a Nazi popping off in Sydney. That was not that surprising because it seems Sydney, like just a bit more than Melbourne, really has the collective, the larger collective of NSN, now ex-NSN, but that doesn't mean that they're ex-Nazi members. That seems to have the most of them. I don't know why necessarily. Maybe it's just coincidental. So it's been pretty well done and dusted. Like, I mean, here we go. We got Free Joel Davis signs. Um, where's oh, excuse me. Um, oh yeah, we had fucking John Ruddock. I don't even want to show his actually because it's just so boring. This was the same guy when they were, I believe they marched first and then they did the speeches. I could be wrong, but nonetheless, this is the guy that did that speech that we just saw. Um, I mean, try and convince me that he's not a Nazi. Good luck. Uh, As I've been saying, can someone name me one occasion, one time where Nazis have infiltrated an anti-immigration uniting the right movement and didn't end up co-opting the entire thing? Because as far as I can tell, it's fucking every single time. Every single time. I mean, funnily enough, the actual Nazis was also a case of Nazis getting infiltrated by Nazis. So when you think about it, this is just sort of part and parcel of the Nazi process. Hang on, I need to turn the fan on. I also unfortunately don't have all the time as of right now to do this, but I thought this would be the best opportunity to sort of run through the hits of what's happened past few days. Well, really just Monday. And hopefully later tonight, maybe I can, I don't know, jump into a space or do another live stream or something. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so then in where was this again? This was Adelaide. I kind of had a little joke about like they're more lost than the Jews in the desert during Exodus, but I didn't really hear much come out of Adelaide other than really these few sort of videos and images, which have you fun. Like honestly, I don't even really care theoretically of like I can't hear shit. It's muted, but like I don't really care about that. It's whatever. I don't even think I think the Nazis couldn't even afford to live out in couldn't like handle living out in Adelaide. In Queensland, well, more so Brisbane specifically, it was Australian Marches, not MFA. Other people might know them as the people who are doing Oz Lobby, um, the Oz Lobby. What's it called again? The Australian Lobby Group. Yeah, there we go. That's what it is. This is the likes of Shallow Chow or Scotty Challen, Bender, uh, Dusty Bogan and whatnot. I mean, honestly, their event was the only one, and I was at this event. I actually got to go to this event because I got invited by some people who I've met on here, but also I was really curious as to see, like, I hadn't actually been in the event of one of these before, so I'd actually really wanted to this time be in the event, and I did. I was off to the side, to the left here, and but like a bit further at the back. And I mean, look, obviously, I don't agree with anything that was said. I don't really agree with anything that was argued for or advocated for or anything like that. I'd have my disagreement. I mean, I'd love to talk to all the people who went up and spoke. I'd love to have an actual conversation with them because, as surprising it may seem, I do like talking to people. I do like talking to people with differing opinions. I like to have at it in the workplace of the workplace the marketplace of free ideas or whatever it is. And but yeah, well, maybe one day. But they did have a bit of performance art, which
No
I did think was
foreign
funny.
lobbying! No foreign lobbying! Call it out and call it out hard when you see it. We don't want it, it's disgusting, it's wrecked your country. And it's time that we take the country back. This is the end of foreign lobbying. Yes! Australia for Australia. Don't want to lose.
They brought in a fucking coffin to demonstrate the end of foreign lobbying. Look, man, go off, Kings. Have your little drama performance art. I'm down for it. I am here for it. It's good. It's funny. That's some stuff to do with ice. We have Pavlo's take. Fuck off. We had new metal come back from the 1990s. That was an interesting moment there. Then we had this GTA character of a human in Melbourne. Hang on, let me mega size this. So he's waving a flag. Someone stole the flag. Then he chases after them. He falls over. The person, as far as I can tell, is well and truly gone and out. Like, you don't know where they are. And then he's just sort of pushing people randomly. Like, that guy he just pushed out of nowhere. And he's like, yep. And then, obviously, like, naturally at this point, other people are going to push him because, like, he's been a bit of a dickhead. And, like, I really need to stress this. I can't see any Aussie flags other than the one he had. So I do know that what was happening in Melbourne was there was the International Open or whatever it's called. Cool, whatever. There was a lot of different events, basically. But when it comes to people that I can see, that I can identify with any particular, they're going to any particular event, it's the Palestinian in this case. It's the Invasion Day people. That's who I recognize the most here. Maybe I'm just used to seeing that stuff. So I'm still of the opinion, why the fuck did the guy think he was gonna not run into any issues? But anyways, so we then have this. We're all having a good push around. Oh, he was told to stop attacking people. That is interesting. When I first watched this, I thought the person who says that was actually telling other people to stop attacking him. No, they're telling him to stop attacking other people. Every single time, bro. Alright, and then we have this, which I get very confused by, because then we go into like a GTA cutscene where he threw something. Water. Okay, he poured water on the guy, probably with some ice, like frozen water ice. And he's just gone full fucking Trevor out of GTA 5 and attacking these guys. Oh, and then a thing has dropped or been squirted and he's gotten red paint on him. Now, lo and behold, here of all places on Invasion Day, could you imagine there being some red fucking paint? Oh, who would have thunk? And there was a bit of this, a bit of that. Now, the MFA lot have been crying themselves to death over calling this a stabbing. That he was stabbed. There is no sign of a knife in this. You can tell. So we have. He's grabbed him. His shirt got ripped because he was grabbed. And then. Still no red. Still no red. Red comes from over here. Now he's covered. So someone sprayed red paint, which you can even see a little 2 dots here and there. Someone sprayed red paint. And then he's walked off. Oh no, that wasn't red paint. Okay, fair enough. I didn't see it for that. But like, whatever. Like, otherwise, you could see the red paint coming clearly in his direction. Yeah, red paint comes from that side. So like, he wasn't stabbed. They're trying to make out that he was stabbed. To be fair, I've even seen I've even seen MFA people saying that, no, he wasn't stabbed. So, giving credit where credit's due, I guess they're at least honest about that. They can at least tell that much. Let's see. There was, yep, there was this. Someone got a random email, which was just, you filthy spear chucking coons can cope and seethe. Australia Day will always be on January 26th. Fucking ungrateful apes. Like, real classy, not at all racist. Not at all. No, 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 not at all. No. But I do love that they have sent their phone number and IP address. Now, we're going to move on so that that guy doesn't get too much shit. Yeah. Moving past all the American stuff because, well, yeah, sure. Yep, and then I think this is back ways of saying yes, I am a neo-Nazi. Otherwise, I don't. So let's get to this. This is the big. This has been the big discourse more than anything today. It seems like. Not today. Sorry, the past few days. I think I might close this. That's okay though. Well, I'll just read what she says here. I unapologetically stand by what I said, and I don't regret it one bit. Yes, I allowed several Australian patriots to volunteer to marshal the March for Australia, Australia Day rally in Sydney. When we say Australian patriots, we're talking about people who were the NSN. We're talking about the NSN, like that guy that we showed the video of just before. That's who she means. That's who she's referring to. They were attending as everyday patriots who wanted to celebrate Australia. See, this is the thing. It's like when you're a Nazi, and you know what? You can even say this if you're a communist. You don't take a day off from being one. Like, it's not like, oh, yeah, yesterday I was a Nazi and then today I'm just, an everyday patriot. It's like, no, but you're still a Nazi. So, like, when you say that you're proud to celebrate this country, you're saying, like, you're proud to celebrate white Australia. That's what it is that you want to celebrate. That's not really a celebrating the country. It's definitely not celebrating the country as it is now. Anyway, and agree with us in regards to problems with immigration. Who would have thunk? None of those attending had previously been served paperwork stating to stay out of the city, and none of them were there to cause trouble. One, how do you know that they weren't there to cause trouble? They kind of did cause trouble. They caused you trouble. And I don't believe that they haven't been served paperwork because I saw quite a few clips of people getting served paperwork. They were there to help us and protect their fellow Australians, yet they were plucked out of the crowd or stopped on their way to the city and issued a move on order. The media will criticize me for this decision, but let's not forget that one of the reasons I struggle to get volunteers is because of the lies and slander they are put out about us. People are too concerned. So, like, what she's basically saying is, guys, it's just so hard to find good Aussies who want to be marshals, who want to volunteer to be marshals, because everyone keeps calling me and the people I work with, the Nazis. Anyway, so this is the reason why I had to get help from the Nazis. Is no one else seeing how, I'm gonna just say it, how fucking retarded this logic is? For those who agree with this treatment by authorities, one day they will come for you too, and when they do, I hope you remember that this is they will come for you. You will rue this day. Look, bro, the media and authorities have been targeting fucking lefty groups for ages. We're not unaccustomed to it. You guys are only finally really getting the short end of the long end of the stick. I just want to see here. Much of Australia said she had allowed neo-Nazis to volunteer as marshals after they had offered to do so, but said they were ejected by police from the event. I know not all of you guys like them. I know that, but they're good people who are fighting for our country. They agreed with our cause and they came to help keep people safe. Like, what if they were Hamas and she said the exact same things? What's the difference then? You know? What is the difference? Now that group recently disbanded, so that means if any of them are here, they are here. That's right, yeah, because their primary argument ultimately is like, um, is basically, well, it's illegal to be a neo-Nazi now, so, and thus they disbanded. So, there's no Nazis, which is great. It's great logic. I love it. It doesn't at all provide any issues. So yeah, I just said I think this is Beck's way of saying yes, I am a neo-Nazi. Otherwise, I don't see the point in her saying anything else. Like that's because like what is she saying here? She's just like, yeah, you can keep saying Australian patriot all you want, but all you are doing is, to me, changing the definition of what Australian patriot means. Like now I am more inclined to believe that when you say Australian patriots that you're referring to the Nazis because you were using it in relation to the Nazis that were showing up. I just don't get how they're so incapable of understanding that. So then, for lovers of irony, when Brendan Koshel, member of the now disbanded neo-Nazi NSN, was seeking bail on charges of inciting hatred against Jews while screaming "Hail White Australia" to the crowd, he turned to a Chinese-Australian female lawyer to make his case for him, which is very funny. It is very funny. And now as well, in relation to the explosive device thrown in Perth, the Nazis are coping. As you can see here, Jack Eltis saying some dodgy improvised explosive device thrown into the Perth. This indicates heavily it wasn't a white guy. I'm glad we got that. I'm glad we have that cleared up for us all. You know, that's very important to have had that cleared up. So yeah, let's see how else they're going. I want to see on their on their website, on their account. So they do seem to be wanting to continue because I was very curious in the sense of like, are they going to keep going? Because they've lost the Conservatives. The Conservatives have completely ducked out. And most of them all just wish they went to the Brisbane event because like no one was all that keen when they heard old mates say stuff about the Jews, you know? So like I don't think they are like this is what makes me realize how little these guys are self-aware because Free Joel Davis, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The only thing I know about Joel Davis, the only thing I choose to know about Joel Davis is that he advocates for pedophilia. So I don't really care. Yeah, I don't really care. So I don't know why you would want to have that like that be a big part of your event, the whole Free Joel Davis. But that's the thing, they've been stuck in their echo chamber. They really thought that this was gonna fly high. I wonder, is this their way of getting around the fact that they were told specifically not to use this song? Like, what the fuck? These cunts are they're so annoying. They're so annoying. They keep doing shit that people then say, can you don't do that? Can you not do that? And then they keep doing it and complain about you complaining about them. Like, what the fuck?
Can you hear the thunder? Down, you better take cover. That bed from the man in Brussels. He was 6'4" and foot on my soul. I said, you speaking my language? Yeah. He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said, I come from a land down under. Yeah. Women.
I don't know if I'll get in trouble for that, to be honest, so we'll move along from that. But yeah, cool. Where do I get my notifications? Yeah. Thanks to those who marched. Which one is this one? Can't tell. Melbourne? Maybe. Looks like it could be Melbourne. Looks like it could be any of them. Sorry, what happened to not caring about... Why do I even bother? What does Success Australia? Safe to say this marks a change in the direction for our country, for the better. This is the thing, like, what did you do? What have you changed? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Jesus fuck. Interesting. So I've got the speakers list here. Like, I'm kind of surprised that with the Sydney one now, yeah. Here you go. Because they had, obviously those two, then two pollies. Anyways, and then they have two random nationalists, and then it's open mic season. And then that's where the fun begins, because we can't fucking keep our people under control. We can't keep them being fucking responsible. That's the Ascensionist Party thing I've been hearing about. Please bring the professor, please. It's performing? Oh, I know. Interesting. Oh my God, Lee Hansen, are you Pauline Hanson? It's interesting as well because it's like, well, if yous didn't want to have politician, like I thought the big issue with um Australian marches, the Brisbane one, was the fact that you know, like that they align themselves up with politicians and parties. And now when I look at all of them, I'm noticing a lot of political party, candidates or whatever. So it's a bit like, well, that was all bullshit. Good on them. Yes, sir. Well, I don't think there's really much else to cover. I've sort of run through a lot of it actually. But yes, there was this guy. He is the organizer for Gold Coast, Michael Lockyer. He got bashed on the 24th, I think it was. MFA tried to spin it into a big story about Middle Easterners bashing him. Turns out they weren't. They weren't Middle Eastern. They might have been white. Not that it mattered anyway. Not that it needed to matter, because what we would eventually see at the Sydney rally, at least, was Beck Freedom hyping up the idea that this was a bunch of Middle Easterners beating up a guy and that they weren't allowed to talk about it because the police told them to take down their post. The police didn't actually tell them to take down their post. The police told them, could you correct the incorrect information that you are spreading on your post, which was the fact that they were claiming that these were Middle Eastern people. Now, from what I've seen, Michael has been interviewed by ABC, and he said he couldn't really properly recollect, but he understood they were Middle Eastern, but they could have been Mediterranean, which already starts to bring into question. This is why you shouldn't care about this, like as a qualifier. Like it's really dumb. It's really dumb to have your politics centered around just what the races of certain individuals involved in things are. Oh, what's this? Discussing an Aboriginal elder who was permitted to burn the flag yesterday as part of the protest in Brisbane. The general point here is that the bloke's an idiot. I think this bloke doesn't understand how great this country really is. Most Australians weren't protesting yesterday. Most Australians were at a barbecue with their mates having a bit of pav. Having a bit. Okay, good for them. If you knowingly marched with Nazis, you're a Nazi. Yep. 100%. You listen, you can't have guns, you can't walk in with guns. And things going nicely with... that's... I don't want to deal with America at the moment. When the federal left tell you they just want to change the date, don't fall for it. They want to abolish Australia. I mean... This is what Nazi Beck Walker was famous for in Canberra. She was regularly defacing public monuments. Well, and as I say, what is the point of a statue if it isn't to deface it or knock it down every now and then? Just saying. It's just, I don't know, I'm hearing a lot of feelings in regards to whether or not people care about that. That plays song also pretty sure the lobby had the music, but hey, I did warn people through a PA on stage could be an issue. The coffin was there, saw to me, and I'm glad I didn't have to explain it to my kids. I have no idea what they're talking about here, but it's really interesting how these people are so free speech until a musician asks them not to play their music. And then they're like, you know what? I don't give a fuck about free speech. You have to accept that I will play your music at these events. You have to accept that. And it's like, I guess you just don't care about free speech. Oh, yes. So this is bringing it back around to Michael and his dance.
There's just one other thing I'd like to address before going to our next speaker. Now, this one's a bit sad. Unfortunately, in Queensland, our newest member of the MFA team is Michael. He was set to run the Gold Coast location. The night before, he was gang bashed by a bunch of Middle Easterners.
So as we know, no, he was gang bashed by a bunch of white folks, it seems like. Which again, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter which way, like who it was, because you know it's simply just not good to bash people. I would say that's typically my process. But understandably, some people don't realize that, and it's okay as long as it's, you know, well, it's only not okay if it's Middle Easterners. That's what I mean. And so now we got a blood-hungry corral of people.
Now, unfortunately, the cops, as we know, they didn't care. Today, he's sick.
Which is not true, because they're currently in the midst of the investigation. But this is the thing: when you want immediate responses, when you want your bloodthirst to be immediately quenched, and the police don't give that to you, of course you're going to take that as like, oh, they just don't care. No, they have to take the time. Like, they're fucking human beings, bro. Like, they're not machines themselves. As much as I have issues with the police, like, I can at least acknowledge they're human beings. They have to at least go through the steps of doing an investigation.
His security from the police was taken away, even though he felt like he could be in danger. They took away his
I just somehow know that this is fake. I don't even want to look into it because I can just feel it being fake.
security and his assistants. And they asked us to remove the photo and the story of what happened to him.
Which, as I've described, is actually more so that the police wanted them to correct the info.
They said that story being up is inciting hatred. Essentially saying that informing fellow Australians of violent
Freedom of speech, you waste.
and aggressive behaviour to their people is inciting hatred. How about stop the people coming here that are abusing our country, abusing our people, and look after us? We need to.
Like, what does that even mean? Abuse? Like, it really does come off like I don't mean to sound dismissive, but it does come off like a bunch of children just unhappy and wanting help and wanting a parent to give them a hug. Like, it's funny because they say that they want the government to be like their mother and look after them, but that is literally what these people want. The only difference is that they also want the mother to kick out brown kids.
Send them all home. We need to shut the gates and say no more immigration.
Like, shut the gates? This is what tells me again that this is American influence. Shut the gates? We're a fucking island. They come here via plane. What are you talking about, mate?
Send them back. 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 Thanks everyone for coming. You're all legends. Love you all. And happy Australia Day.
Oh, better not forget that. Would have been real bad if we'd gotten that line. Interesting.
There's just one other thing I.
So, yeah. Yeah, there's people making a big deal about this guy. Oh yeah, what is fuck you and your flag. I don't know. I mean, like, it's very proud Aborigine who abuses us and threatens us. Like, I'm interested by the fact that this guy. Okay, let's just watch it.
Okay, why do you fucking kill yourself, mate?
What did he else
Why
want to say?
don't you? Yeah. I hope the white genocide does happen because you guys are cunts. Yeah. That's all. Fuck your flag. Fuck this genocidal country. 2025, 2024, the highest years for Aboriginal deaths in custody. Take advantage of.
Yeah, I mean, he looks indigenous. I don't know why we're saying he's a very pale Aborigine. Like, he looks indigenous to me. And even if he's not, doesn't matter. Deal with the argument. What happened to facts over feelings? And also, I can't help but notice that y'all are coming up to him saying citizens arrest. I mean, maybe context, you know, but like, I don't care. I don't know. Maybe it's like I just look at this and go, "Oh, look, it's one guy. It's you know, who knows what's going on. He seems quite upset." Um, Takes over like everyone is worried about. Do we tell our kids and future generations to kiss the China flag? This is what Rosie is advocating for here. If land is won or traded, then you kiss the foreign flag. I mean that's the thing though as well. It's like that. Yeah, Sandy here puts it perfectly. Um, I kind of don't really care that much because it's like. Yeah, like I just don't really care. Like this is one guy said what he said. These people are part of a fucking racist Nazi rally. Drama, hateful cunt. She is. Oh, Beck wants to play heel and toe songs. Well, no one stopping her. Off she fucking goes. But nah, the cunt wants to stand on a truck. Wants to stand on a truck and say, "Hey, I'm a white person. Want to dance like a hillbilly, but can't dance. Fuck any family was born with rhythm." Four people turned up to a rally wasting her Australia Day on Black people have been marching for 90 years. So we could march against them today, chance. Fuck yeah. I love, I love Jambarawa. I fucking love her. She's great. Um, but yeah, and then there's the ABC article about yeah, police reject claim March for Australia organizer was bashed by militant man. It goes into a bit more depth, but yeah, they did a really good job, I think, with debunking it all. Police have rejected claims made by Middle Eastern men have said none of them instead appear to be Caucasian. Oh, you hate to see it. How's your dad taking the divorce? Ah! Ah! That's so good. Um, Beck freedom of the March for Australia hate rallies is apparently so desperate to live a racist fantasy that she's fabricated a story of an unprovoked assault by people of Middle Eastern appearance. She's already been exposed as a liar. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. She's already been exposed as a liar, but like, but goddamn, we're really, we're really, getting silly with it, let's say. After seeing Lockyer speaking at his MFA, I smelt a rat. He appeared to have a bruised eye, nothing else. It did not reflect the injuries posted. Yeah, that does
We've
look
been
weird.
told that we can't speak on anyone, that the white Australians must bow down. The white Australians are tough as nails.
What the fuck are we saying? Oh, we're tough as nails, mate, which is why we need to kick out all of the non-whites because they make us feel bad. Like, what are we doing? Oh dear, Iran under siege, not fucking. That's gonna be great. Means Becca's a lying piece of shit. Such a way with words, but I agree. Yeah, it's. He started a fight, as he claimed, he started a fight with other white people. See, that's the thing as well. Based off of the story I've heard, the way it sounds, it's coming together more like he did it. That he kind of started the fight and just got his ass whooped, you know? Yeah, what's going on here? I don't understand how this doesn't make any sense. So what's Pauline's number? Oh, right, 26. 39%. But he's higher. What is she trying to say here? Fuck man, One Nation is just insane. They really know how to take the cake. The plan was always remigration. Below are screenshots from their Facebook group after their first rally, where they also got shit for deceiving the public. The messaging has always been deceitful. Let's see. By August 11, the reference to remigration was removed, leaving the two other bullet points in place. Yes, I remember that. They were removed by police, but should never have been allowed to be on stage. White Australia, we had Indigenous and Sikh troops. Just in case you didn't know, if you want support, complete distance from this rubbish speech. I'm disgusted in the organizer to allow these Nazis to hijack their march. The image that has painted on the Australians that were there for the right reasons, and that was not white Australia, and it was. See, that's the thing. Like, obviously, I'm gonna have my disagreements with people who are for anti-immigration stuff, but I'm always going to point out like it inevitably does devolve into Nazi shit. I'm going to be honest with them. But yeah, when I see it raised in front of our house or on I perceive someone from the far right movement with similar views. Does anyone else? Yes or no? Long time Labour. Oh God. Long time Labour voter, you say? The high temperatures in the ocean went surprisingly well. Yeah, surprisingly better than your one. Threw a viable IED that didn't detonate containing screws, ball bearings, explosive liquids into the crowd at the Invasion Day march in Perth yesterday. Yeah. Near the main stage. Lovely. Of course it is, bro. You're 12. 18. Ah! Ah! It is a book by a Jewish author about how white people should kill themselves and get everything they have to. Ah! Ah! Oh God, this is so beautifully deranged. Oh, So yeah, I mean, if I was not sane and a leftist and whatnot, and I wanted to go, and I was involved in the organizing of a anti-immigration Australia First rally, all I'm going to say is I wouldn't be too keen on finding out that some of my folks were preparing and then throwing a fucking pipe bomb at our opposing rally on Australia Day. Like, it's one thing to do it at another time, another day, another event, another place, another reason. But you're just straight up like, hey guys, it's Australia Day. Let me throw a fucking pipe bomb at you guys. This is what the Anzacs fought for, says guy standing shot with Nazis. Yeah. Local idiot Dan Smith has defended attending that was organized with the help of prominent neo-Nazi figures, but it's saying that it is exactly what the Anzacs fought for in World War II. Limited visibility because of the truth. I will say, MFA is coping hard at the moment. They are trying really hard to make out like, this was all intentional. Well, not, like that. This was cool. This is all cool. We're actually really cool. This is so cool. Stood outside is a cowardly racist. Prove me wrong. I mean, she's right. They're right. Interesting way of doing the banner, but that's okay. Might be ending it here soon. Your ring camera is an ICE agent. So true. Lose bit to sue Adelaide YouTuber. Ah! I don't know what that's about, but that's funny as fuck. Yep. We're all fascists. Are they really still crying about this? Right, that their fame and fortune came from Aussie patriots. Patriotic Aussies. I'm disgusted by all of our Aussie artists. Shameful. See, this is the thing. They don't like Australia. They don't like Australia. I'm sitting here talking about movies while an illegal army is being mounted against U.S. citizens.
These are not normal times, and it's like we have extrajudicial like assaults on Americans and humans going on a daily basis.
He seems pretty cool. I've seen him and stuff. Oh my god! Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh. Well, that doesn't seem so nice now. Yeah, fuck me. This cunt. My goal is to be so left-wing that I even piss off the left, you know. All right. I think we're going to wrap it up on that. That was a good hour of it, I think, or something like that. Because I think we pretty much just jumped straight into it. If there's anything else to look at later, hopefully that'll come about. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head that I witnessed. I haven't really talked much about the Brisbane one because, like, I was there, so I don't know. I've talked about it in a lot of different spaces, so shouldn't have been late for that. Alrighty. Stay safe, stay well, folks, and have fun with, I don't know,